This will be the 13th consecutive year the Lakers have played on Christmas and you play on Christmas. How do you feel about another Christmas Day game and playing on Christmas?
I think it's great. Especially the older you get, the more you appreciate it. I think because it's it's fun. I mean, it's you get to play on Christmas Day. There's only a certain amount of games that are slotted to play that day, and you're fortunate to be a part of it. So, the truth of the matter is we'll all miss it once it's not here anymore. So you really want to enjoy it while you're there.
You're going to set the record once you get in the game, or once you start. You'll have the record for most Christmas Day games played of anybody in the league.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. We're very fortunate.
The Lakers are 4-8 on Christmas Day over the past 12 years. Is that disappointing, or is it just not bad?
No, we seem to make it up. It's always been like a trade-off. We go 4-8 on Christmas Day, and then we're in 7 of the last 11 finals. So it's been a balancing act.
This will be the 13th consecutive year the Lakers have played on Christmas Day. You've been here for most of those. How do you feel about now, the fact that you've had to play 13 consecutive years on Christmas?
Well, you have mixed emotions from a family standpoint. It would obviously be better on a personal level to be able to spend time with your kids and family, and maybe be around the family table watching somebody else play. But at the same time, I think for myself and for a lot of our guys, we recognize, how fortunate a position we're in to be one of the marquee teams that, fans around the world like to see on Christmas Day. You grow up watching, big-time pro sports on television as a kid, on holidays, and that's all you want to be when you're 8 years old, is that guy on TV, and now you're one of those guys. So you have to be able to take that with it.
The NFL's policy is to restrict the number of games it plays on Christmas Day. It's only playing one tomorrow. The NHL, in its collective bargaining agreement, has limits that you can't play or practice on Christmas Day. Did you, I know there were so many issues, did you at all talk about any restrictions about playing on Christmas in the collective bargaining negotiations?
No, Christmas Day specifically wasn't, a large focus of ours.
Do you think you should have, maybe, looking back? Or I know there's so many issues,
not necessarily.
Okay.
I mean, I think in our sport, because of how long the season is, to get into trying to single out particular days or holidays would be tough to do. We haven't heard enough from a high number of our players that it's a big issue. I think by and large, like I said, although guys would love to be able to spend the holidays with their family, I think they respect the fact that, there are certain things that come with this profession, and working on holidays is one of those things. And if it becomes an issue in the future, we'll try and deal with it accordingly.
It's almost kind of tradition now. As Steve said, 13 years in a row you guys are playing. It's kind of tradition for you guys to play on Christmas. Now, that may not set well with everybody, but people are expected to see the Lakers.
Yeah, and just like people expect to see the Cowboys on Thanksgiving.
Right.
You sure like that?
America's team.
America's other team?
If you're from America, you like the Cowboys, right?
No.
Even though it's been the different players, all but one different player over these past 12 years, the Lakers are 4-8 in those last 12 Christmas Day games. Why are you 4-8? Any particular thread, or why do you think you're 4-8?
I don't know. We played a good team, and lost 8 times. Other than that, there's not a special focus on Christmas Day in terms of the game itself. Normally, it obviously falls closer to a midpoint of a season. This time it's day number 1. But for our teams, because as you see all the banners hanging around the walls, you don't win those banners on Christmas Day. So, being 4-8, although it may be disappointing in the moment, I'm sure at least 5 times in those last 12 years we got a banner. So that's a pretty good percentage. I'll take a Christmas Day loss for a championship trophy any day.